Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I'm very excited because I actually started playing this Scargrounds deck that actually did really well. I played it for, 6 games during my recording of the video, and I won all 6. I was very surprised at how well it was doing, but honestly, the addition of a Spirits Unleash feels really nice to this deck. So if you guys don't remember from the patch notes, the Spirit Unleash now buffs everything by +1/+1 everywhere, which means that every created card from, for example, the Crimson Curator or any of the Mighty Portals from Braum are all gonna come now buffed by 1 already by +1/+1. Also means all your other units are also buffed, and that extra health is enough to actually make them survive longer, even in the games where you somehow don't get Scargrounds. It's kind of funny because I actually was winning most of my games without actually drawing Scargrounds, just because of the value and all the AoE that you have between Fracture, between Bellows Breath, Spirits Unleash, Ice Shard, Ember Maiden. Like, you end up having so much AoE and you can just put so much pressure on the opponent and just try to burn them down that it ends up working out. Now, this deck is not really optimized. You can see that there's a lot of 1-offs and a lot of 2-offs. I'm not sure yet what the best list is, so we kind of ended up trying a little bit of everything, right? So you have 2 Crimson Bloodletters, which is a really nice way to enable any one of your units. We have the Elixir of Iron to protect the unit from any damage. 2 Three Sisters is one of the only ways that we have to stop like a big attack because of the freeze. We played triple Bone Squire. The Bone Squire can push a lot of burn to the opponent, and with Scargrounds on the field can become actually pretty big as well. 2 Disciples, additional burn, and another unit that can get really big. The Double Fracture is just a 2-mana cheaper Ice Shard. It's slow instead of fast though, but it's still pretty worth it in my opinion. And in certain situations, you can destroy units' equipment if you find yourself in a spot where the equipment is going to actually be a problem. Double Troshan to protect our units. Triple Curator is one of our ways that we don't run out of resources. We don't have a lot of draw in this deck, so the Curator allows us to just get a lot of units back in our hand by generating them. 1 Ember Maiden, just because, you know, again, if you have the Scargrounds on the field, then Ember Maiden is going to be there permanently. Double Ice Shot, kind of similar to Fracture, but instead of fast speed. 2 Tavern Keeper to heal ourselves up against some of the aggro decks. 1 Scorched Earth for us to deal with some big threats if we get ourselves in a pinch. Triple Scargrounds is what you want a mulligan for. The Scargrounds enables the rest of your deck and your units to become bigger and to actually survive a lot of damage. It ends up putting a lot of pressure on the opponent if you get Scargrounds early. Triple Braum, especially with Scargrounds, becomes really nice because then the Braum starts getting a lot of attack power, and obviously summoning the extra Mighty Portal for blockers is also nice. 1 Bellows Breath, because this card is nuts. If you have Scargrounds on the field, then the Bellows Breath is gonna hit everything twice, allows you to clear the opponent's board, and also buff all your units up. But I prefer the Spirits Unleash over the Bellows Breath because the Spirits Unleash actually buffs my card everywhere by +1/+1, as well as dealing 1 to everything. So it's gonna be a little bit less damage when you use it on the field, but overall, as the game goes longer, I think it ends up working out better. 1 Tarkus and Triple Vladimir, those are the ways that we're able to actually trigger our self damage. Both of these cards can create some really big attacks. Then 1 Mammoth Shaman and 2 Brina, which you might hear me call her Brianna because I always forget her name. So one Shaman and 2 Briannas to actually be able to finish up the game because they both have Overwhelm. I prefer the Brianna over the Shaman a little bit more, because the Shaman needs to actually hit the Nexus before we can actually transform it, while the Brianna can just come in and with Scargrounds on the field can just get bigger and bigger as well. So you can kind of play around. Like I said, you can play around with any of the ratios in this deck. I don't think this is the best list just yet, but it actually feels really good. It feels really good, especially once you get the Scarground games, which to me ended up being a little bit rare than I would like. But hope you enjoyed the games coming up today, and if you do, make sure to like this video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we're going against Seraphine Viktor. So we want to have Scargrounds early for us to have like a really good advantage. I love this Spirits Unleashed, but I think I want a Scargrounds. This hand is so much worse now. I have to have mulligan for Scargrounds. This is my, let me count. This is my 5th game that I'm recording for today's video. And I only got a Scargrounds once. So I'm always gonna have mulligan for Scargrounds, even if that hand looks so good in paper. Even if that hand looks so good on paper, I need to. My soul is telling me I need to. This is so unfortunate. Wow. Quietus is gonna kill Braum. So I actually don't want to summon this Braum until later into the game. Okay. Oh no, they have Aftershock. They're gonna play Aftershock. The only time... Actually, this is literally the same that happened in that other game that I just had. Where I went against the same deck, and the one time I got Scargrounds, it gets destroyed every single time. Quietus is still a big problem for us to deal with. So I still don't think it's correct for us to ever actually summon Braum for a while. So we can just chill. If the opponent wants to attack, we're gonna go for the Fury of the North. Alright, cool. Opponent has 4 mana, so I don't think they have a way to stop this. And we get a free unit out of it, and also get to kill a Viktor. Flame Splitter. It's doing a lot of damage. And if they also have a Mystic Shot, they could stop this from actually triggering. So the Flame Splitter is what they got from Seraphine. That actually gives them enough power, and they can have a Mystic Shot or a second Viktor, a Battle Feast. Okay, so what's the purpose of that? I mean, it's still the same. Overall, it still ends up being the same. Eventually, I'm gonna have to not play around Quietus.
It's nothing personal.
If the opponent doesn't block, I'm summoning the Shaman. Yeah, if the opponent doesn't block, I'm summoning the Shaman. And then eventually I'm gonna do the Spirits, the Spirits Unleash, right? Opponent's gonna have to Vengeance this, because this guy's gonna get so big. I need to do the Spirits Unleash soon. Get for the Half-Blood. Viktor again? So Brianna gives us another attacker. So let's say we play Brianna. Next time we have 9 mana. It's enough for Spirits Unleash and also the Awakener. Or we can actually go Disciple, Fracture, and then... And also Spirits Unleash. Because they have to deal with this. They're gonna have to deal with this Rager. And the card that they had was the Half God, right? The problem is Ruination. Ruination is actually kind of scary. So if they have Ruination... If they have the Ruination... We're gonna be in a little bit of a problem. If we just let them Vengeance this, I don't think that's good enough. Maybe we do the Spirit Unleash first. This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. The Ruination... I mean, if they do Ruination, they're losing Seraphine and they're losing Viktor. And we kind of resetting. So I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as well. So I'm gonna go Disciple.
We have much to teach you.
I can't wait.
I want them to do it. If they have the Ruination, they have it.
No materials, no improvements.
If they have it, they have it. This is gonna also level up our Vladimir if we ever get him. And everything now is gonna be buffed up by 1. Like everything in the whole board. including the Braum and the Wano. We can also kill the 1 health units now with Fracture. Oh. 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 Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts me to see. You have to have Vengeance for the Mammoth Shaman. But now you have no way to deal with both the Shaman and the Brianna. Brina, not Brianna. Oh, this hurts me to see. And you also don't have any good blockers for the rest of my units. Because all your units only have 2 HP now. You have to Vengeance this. You can't play Sunspinner. Like, if he has the Sunspinner, he cannot be that greedy. They have 2 cards, and they're deciding which one is the best play now. I think it's either Sunspin. I guess if it's Sunspinner, it wouldn't show up in the stack, right? I'm guessing one of them is Vengeance. Just like that, we clear the whole board. And we have 2 big overwhelm threats. We attack with both. Opponent has to Vengeance this.
Clumsy design.
You have to Vengeance this. There's no way otherwise. Am I going crazy? Also, we ended up getting triple Awakener. What are the chances of getting the 3 times that we trigger the Curator, we got Awakener all 3 times? Yeah, that's the Vengeance. You still go down to 11, and we still have Brina on the field, and you lose both your champions, and that was your second victor. That's kind of funny. What are the chances? That actually is gonna win us the game, by the way. Because if the Spells Christ is... Alright. Seraphine again. We go Bone Scryer. We go Awakener. And that will deal 2 damage to the opponent's Nexus. This is the Sunspinner? Oh, Mystic? Okay. Alright, so if the opponent's going Mystic, then it's probably better for me to just go... Probably better for me to go Vladimir, no? Because this is still vulnerable to Quietus. I mean, I guess if we go like this, we have another unit. If we go Vladimir, we can still do the same thing next turn, but save a little bit more damage, more mana. I like the Awakener. I like the Awakener here. I want to save Vladimir for the very last second. Aftershock. Okay, that means you have another. That means you have another Mystic. You're down to just 3 cards. You could go Bone Scryer and go double Awakener, and that will win us the game at burst speed. So this will win us the game at burst speed. And if the opponent Ruinations, we still win the game because we will have a big board. This stats me out of the Vladimir, but that's what these Awakeners are here for, that we graciously get from the Curator. And it's gonna be another game where Scargrounds just gets bye-bye and we don't draw another one. That's unfortunate. Now opponent is back up to 5 cards, so that is a little bit problematic. And we're really putting our Brina to like... Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm actually gonna attack first. I'm gonna attack first because the opponent is gonna have to have a Vengeance to kill the Brina. I don't want to put this in range of Biofeast, right? I don't want to put this in range of Biofeast. Unspeakable Horror twice. We could just save her. We could just force the opponent to have more removal. Or we could just put her on the Scryer too. By putting her on the Scryer, opponent tapped out of like a Vengeance or anything, they shouldn't have a way to deal with this. This is lethal. And they don't have any, like, the problem is like if I put in the Brianna, if the opponent has a high note, they can still kill the Brina. Brianna. You know what? I just want to call her Brianna. If I put her on the Brianna, if the opponent has a high note, it deals 4 and it kills the Brianna anyways. Now, even if the opponent has a high note, it would just trigger the Bone Scryer damage anyways, which is setting us up to finish up with the Awakener. Yep, so opponent has to do the Battle Piece here, and then they lose to the Burst Speed Awakener, and that should be game. Alright. Got a little bit dicey there at the end, but we ended up getting there. Come on, come on. You have nothing else, right? And GG's.
Oh, great.
Wow! That's Crimson Awakener into Disciple or Descrier is one of the most satisfying ways to win the game. So in this matchup, we're gonna against Jinx Ekko, and I think I've seen this deck already a couple times. Looks very, very interesting, to be honest. The Trojan feels so nice, but I want to see if I can get my Scargrounds. I think I want to get my Scargrounds early on. We don't get the Scargrounds, we get a bunch of 3-drops instead. This is gonna be a little bit scary. It is gonna be really, really scary here. Now, Ember Maiden is gonna be really good in this matchup. I guess opponent could easily have Mystics though, so that's not true. Trojan. Okay, so we can play Tavern Keeper. But it's gonna really have Ekko pretty much leveled up. Oh wow, that's a full board as well, so there's gonna be another 6 damage next turn now. This is rough. This is rough. This hand is pretty rough. And that's the problem with Scargrounds, right? Always has been, is that you get some really awkward hands sometimes. Especially the ones that you don't get your landmark. Let's see how this goes though. Let's see how this goes. Are they thinking of going for another wind-up and just going all in? I mean, that's an idea for them. They actually only got 1 pick, I guess, from this, because they ended up getting double drop border in that predict. Come on! How many wind-ups am I gonna have? Like, actually... I think I care more about my health. So I think it's actually Tavern Keeper. And then we can play the Maiden. One is gonna actually try to drop with their Jinx or their Ekko. That's interesting. I did not expect this to be one of the decks that could play that. That seems really greedy to me. So we can pass here. Does the opponent, if we just pass back, does the opponent do anything? I think we can just pass. I guess we could have attacked, right? We could have attacked first. I want to set up this Ember Maiden. But I wanted to commit the Jinx or the Ekko first. For us to make it worth it. We're definitely going to get rid of all the Makais. Whether it's through the Ember Maiden or through the Ice Shard. I just don't know if we actually have enough. Okay, opponent wants to level up their Ekko first before they drop it down. Which is completely fair. So that's why they're doing this. You know what? Let's just rip it. Let's rip it and have him play it. If you have Ekko, go ahead. Nope. You have to have a second Mystic. We know they have a champion. There's no question about that. We know they have a champion, whether it's Ekko or Jinx. That's what we don't know. The problem is that if it is Ekko, the opponent could actually go ahead and or they could even have the rally right now, right, from this time trick. So that's something that we have to be a little bit careful about. The problem is that the Tarkas just blocks the Ekko, and the opponent just tapped out of it. The opponent just tapped out of it, right? So the Tarkas just straight up blocks the Ekko. And I'm completely fine. I mean, okay, opponent only has 2 mana, right? What am I missing?
Let's talk about your
What am I missing with the 2 mana? They cannot play the strike. Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? I wish I had the Scarground. The Scargrounds right now would feel so good, right? We could play the Crimson Curator into Scargrounds. I'm guessing they have Jinx, right? I feel like I'm missing something. Feels like I'm really missing something here. This is actually so nice because this is gonna buff everything. This is gonna buff everything from now on. My question is, do I do it now? Or do I just play the second curator first? I think I like the second curator first. And just get a ton of value. This gives me 2 units. And that means we also keep the Trollshan enabled.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings. Our people
Push the 11 damage.
starting to bore me.
Do we Trollshan here? Goes to 5, goes to 2. I think so. I think I like the Trollshan here. Keeps us the Tarkas for another turn. He gives us the Tarkas for another turn. This is a lot of predicting. We played the Spirits Unleash and buff everything. We have enough mana for Spirits Unleash plus... Oh no, we don't. We don't have enough for the Ice Shard. For some reason I thought I had enough for the Ice Shard. Second Jinx, I guess? Cool. Let's go like this first. Let's go like this first. Now all our units are gonna be really big.
My plans.
Let's say that we go Disciple. We can go Disciple.
Much to teach you.
I can't wait.
We take the 4. Do we take the 4? You know what? Let's take it. Let's take the 4. Let's take the 4. You play Bone Scryer. So we can play Tyrant Keeper. We can play Bone Scryer. And still have access for Ice Shard. But he's gonna try to rally here then, right?
The power of time.
This is what makes sense.
Are endless.
They have to try to rally here. They have to try to rally. So if they're gonna try to rally, the Tarkas is gonna push 2 damage, create a bunch of units, and the opponent's gonna be able to rally. And then at least 2 of my units go through, which is gonna be another 4 or 5. They have the rally in their hand. So they have the rally in their hand. You could also just wait. We could play it safe and just wait until we have a way to kill that Jinx. Let the opponent continue drawing.
All part of the plan. I just made up.
Like, opponent has to have a unit. Opponent has to have a buff here. Like, you don't want this Bone Scry to hit.
It can be undone.
Huh. I'm confused. I'm actually so confused. So we go like this. We go like this. We go here.
Carved meat bigger than you.
Let the opponent go for it if they want to. Absolver. Sure. 100% sure they have the rally. That doesn't make any sense otherwise. So they have the rally. They're gonna play the rally here, get their units back, and try to attack one more time, right? Is my guess. This will be my guess. They get the rally. We have a Bone Scryer. What did we just pass? What did we just pass first? Don't show him that we have this. Oh, it was just a get excited? Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
All destiny
We go here.
edged white.
Let them kill Tarkas if they want to. Let them kill Tarkas, obviously. We get to push 1 damage here. We're gonna go like this.
I don't care.
Make this a bigger unit. And now we can just attack with everything. We also have another Disciple that we could play. This is more damage if we go that way. But I also kind of like the idea of playing Bloodletters and Disciple. Yeah, it's more damage if we go this way. Opponent will need to get another Get Excited, which is possible. Oh, wow. Yeah, Scargrounds came in a little bit too late. They could have another Get Excited. That's the only thing that kills me. As long as we... There we go, we got it. Another Get Excited is the only thing that kills me. We had to open up because of the rocket. I'm surprised they didn't have the revive. This whole time I thought they had the revive. So I could have actually... I guess they could have cleared my board if I attack, right? So we took it slow and it somehow worked out. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Darkness. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, this is so not great for us. Because I want a hard mulligan for... I want a hard mulligan for my Scargrounds, but I think I need to keep a blocker for the Catalyzer, right? So I won't be able to actually play into the Scarground like that. And we won't have a blocker for it anyways. I guess we will now, because we can go like this and then do the Scryer. So we have a blocker for it, but might not be enough. Let's see. If they don't play Catalyzer here, then I'm okay passing. Okay. So I'm okay passing because they didn't play the Catalyzer just yet. Okay. So we can play the Scargrounds. Okay, this is looking good so far. And then we play the Trollshan and just make sure that this stays alive so that we can actually enable our Braum. It's actually Braum. So my problem with Braum gives me an extra unit, right? I think it's Braum, even if he loses to Quietus. So even if the Braum is going to lose to the Quietus, I think the extra unit is just too good to pass up on. Yep, there you go. We'll go ahead and attack like this. Push the 3 damage. The opponent is going to have to play Vhagar. Catalyzer. Okay, so the Catalyzer came in a little bit later than the opponent probably wanted it to. However, now we're going to have Tarkas. No, I think it's always like this, right? I don't think the opponent has anything that does more than 1 damage to actually stop that. I guess the Darkness does. But the Darkness is going to deal 3 anyways because of the Catalyzer, so they're always able to stop it. We lose the Brina and get another Braum in its place. We can play the second Braum. We can play the second Braum. I don't hate it. I know Curator is probably better because we need more units. But I kind of like the second Braum. Oh, Vladimir hurts though. You know what? Let's go all in. Let's go Scryer too. Let's go all in. Why not? We can actually kill this guy, right? So we can actually kill this guy. We go like this. Attack with everything. We get to kill this Acolyte. Get to summon another unit. We're gonna lose the Bloodletters, but the Bloodletters is always gonna die anyways to the Darkness. So we can just go like this. Everything's gonna have tough. They could block here, but then they end up pushing 1 more damage, and the Bronze Scryer gets even bigger. And then we're gonna have Braum take hard potentially to save our unit. Opponent's gonna have to have Ruination. So opponent's gonna have to have Ruination, which is very possible that they have it next turn, considering that they're saving all this mana. And we did lose a lot of units, right? We lost Vladimir. We lost Brina. So this is a Ruination if I ever seen one. If it's not Ruination, then we just open and win.
Come, it's showtime.
Wow. Wow.
My glory.
Wow. That's all I can say. Just wow.
Dressed for the occasion in red.
You need to vengeance. You need to vengeance. Let's go like this. This buffs this up to 4 now, and then it gets buffed even more by all my units. This is nuts, because with the opponent can now do Battle Feast, opponent cannot do Well. Pokey Stick is not good either, only to the face. Because the Pokey Stick, Well, Battle Feast, all they're doing is just buffing us up. Needs to be a second Quacktus to kill the Braum. Otherwise, we should be able to just take this win. Wow. Wow. We open to play around... We open to play around the Ruination, and then the Braum actually kills the Braum Maker because the Braum is gonna be up to 5 attack. They need to just Vengeance one of these. If they Vengeance Vladimir is the best because he cancels the impact. Yeah, they have to Vengeance the Vladimir, and I don't think it's enough anyways. We go here, and that's still lethal, and then we have the Fracture. Wow, this Scargrounds value was kind of crazy. I hate the fact that Vladimir skill thistles though. I wish this would be a nice buff to Vladimir in my opinion, if the skill did not thistle. Like that Vengeance feels so bad because he actually stops the skill from working. But we have Tarkas anyways to kind of make it work. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Lurk. I think we're a little bit too slow. Against Lurk. So not sure if we can actually beat them. I like the Bloodletters and the Tavern Keeper though. At least have some early blockers. Trying to see if I can get Braum. Disciple is also not bad. Yeah, I think we go Bloodletters. Then we go Disciple, and at least we have some early blockers against the opponent. We are gonna still take the 2 damage, and we still don't have a Fearsome blocker. So that could be problematic. And we have the Braum later now. At least we beat the Snapjaw here, so the opponent's not able to play Snapjaw. What we can do here is just play our units on curve and try to stall them out enough. We have the freeze for it.
Delicious.
Ooh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. We might have to actually do the Frozen Tomb. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the open attack here makes the most sense. I think we still go ahead with the Tavern Keeper, just so that we have a blocker. Just so that we have a future Fearsome blocker, right? Might even just not play... let's just push the damage. Let's push the damage and have the opponent block this. With the Ashe and the Braum, I think we should be in a decent spot. Again, the Berry Nice will stop the Berry Armory. Will actually obliterate the equipment. We want to try to burn them down. Unfortunately, it does mean that the Ashe will kill our Disciple, which is a little bit unfortunate. So that's huge too. So again, the Entomb is gonna be 6, so we can play Disciple. Let the opponent play the Berry Armory here. I mean the Treasure of the Sands. Question here is, do we actually... I think I'd rather freeze. I think I'd rather freeze and just go like this. Because this is gonna go away. Right? So this is gonna go away. We take this damage. And now we heal it all off with the Tavern Keeper. And this is going to be 3, 5, 7, 9, and then 10 with the Ice Shard. So the opponent's going to have another unit. If they don't have another unit, we just present lethal. They could have access to the Bone Skewer here, allowing them to kill one of my units. We should be a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, there you go. That's the Bone Skewer that we just talked about. So they do get access to the Bone Skewer, so we're only pushing 6, and they get the Rek'Sai back, which is going to present a lot of damage next turn. I guess we just attack, right? We're 2 damage off. We're 2 damage off, unfortunately. So we're 2 damage off. And the Rek'Sai's gonna level up. The Under Titan is gonna get a lot of value. We needed you. We needed you last turn. We needed the Vladimir last turn. We might be able to survive. Now remember that this card gets Fearsome. This card gets Fearsome. This one gets the Overwhelm. We might be able to survive, although I very much doubt it. We need Vladimir, right? We would need the Vladimir to finish up the game. Ah, okay, so by doing it this way... Alright, let's think about this. This is gonna deal the full 9. We go down to 10. This is gonna pull the Braum. This is gonna be 8 plus 4 is gonna be 12. Then it gets buffed up by 2 is gonna be 14. Plus the level up is 15. If we block here, it's not gonna be enough. So it has to be the Vladimir. The other option that we can do is actually commit the Trollshan on the Under Titan after the opponent commits the Treasure. I think I'm okay with this, right? Oh, opponent even missed the Lurk. Wait, opponent didn't even get the... Okay, well, opponent doesn't even get the lethal anymore? Huh. So now we could just actually save... We can actually just save the Braum and get another unit. That seems decent to me. Yeah, that seems good to me. We should have actually done it. We messed up. We should have actually done it here. Trollshan. So that this girl survives, and then the Vladimir can actually allow us to be able to kill. So my mistake there. Let the opponent have a second Bone Skewer if they have it.
You must be supper.
But all we need to do is just push 1 damage, and they don't, right? Because the Rek'Sai goes back, so the opponent doesn't have the blocker anymore. And we just only what we need to do is just push 1 damage. So we go like this. Let's pull. I guess let's pull here, and this should be lethal. Because this is dealing 1 to the opponent Nexus. Opponent doesn't have enough blockers. We're dealing enough to the opponent's Nexus. Should be able to win us the game. And then we also have the Ashe Shard to finish up if we need to. I guess opponent can have a Rider Negation. My mistake last turn was not putting the Trollshan. We did get lucky that the opponent didn't get the Lurk, but I don't think it would have mattered anyways. We pulled this way, that way the opponent has to sacrifice their Under Titan, by the way. Doesn't work. Bone Skewer again, that would be the 3rd one. Or that's not a pie, because this is coming from the left and they missed Lurk last turn. Just need to... Oh man, we missed out on 2 damage from the Disciple. If we did the Trollshan on her, she would be doing an extra damage because of the Crimson, and she'd be doing an extra damage because of the Ice Shard. So we might actually lose because of that misplay last turn. Because we only need to do the Trollshan on the Hammer's Fin and the Crimson, and the Braum was still gonna survive with 1 health. What could they have? Rider Negation is not enough because we still have enough attackers. I guess that's not true because we lose the attacker here. As long as one of these attackers goes through, and that's still game. Yeah, the skill doesn't get cancelled. Right? Oh, it does get cancelled, but that means that my other units get to push through. So, That was triple bone skewer, and we were able still to push through even without having access to the Scargrounds. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Seraphine Viktor. Perhaps to the opponent for still playing Seraphine. We got the Scargrounds. That's awesome. I think I want to go for early units. Because we got the Scargrounds, right? Because we got the Scarground, I think I want to go for like an early unit. I'm scared of Aftershock too. So that is something I have to be careful about. We didn't get as many early units as I would hope. And we got rid of the Bellows Breath, so we have no way to actually trigger the Bone Scryer. The Troll Trance are not going to be useful in this matchup specifically. Because I don't think the opponent's going to have like a ton of removal. That sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Shaman doesn't really get to come online for a long while. Opponent has access to something that's discarded. The Fracture is really, really good. They got the Aftershock. That's what I was scared of, right? The Aftershock, and they got it. Our hand is so bad for this matchup. If there was any chance that we had, it needed to be from us having a better hand than this. At least we got the second Aftershock. Sorry, the second Scarground, so that's not bad. But man, this feels bad. This feels bad. Drum solo. Don't think I need to do the Fracture just yet until the opponent commits something. Trail of Evidence. I can't believe they actually have had to almost level up that Seraphine. 4 out of 9. Let's play Vladimir. And then let's play the Fracture. Depending on what happens here. I guess we gotta leave the Fracture for next turn, huh? We gotta leave this for next turn to enable the Shaman. So we gotta leave that for next turn to enable the Shaman. I just got that Vengeance was only 5, so the opponent has another spell that costs 6 that got reduced because Ekko has attacked 3 times now. So I just have to hope. Okay. The tactile answer. Ironically, they actually have leveled up their Seraphine. Is this enough? Let's see. I think we always have to Fracture. We always have to Fracture. And you saw that the opponent didn't actually get anything useful. Waken? Oh my goodness. I guess we gotta wait. Honestly, I think I'm gonna just wait. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what they do first. We know that they don't have like a Ruination in their hand. Shield Bolt. I mean, that's fine. I'm fine with that too. I want the opponent to commit all this stuff that they're doing. My concern is Quietus, right? So the opponent gets the Quietus, and there's no way for me to actually stop this because at most it's only gonna go to 1. But we still want to go ahead and do this so that we can get the three drop. So we still go ahead and do the Ice Charge so that we'll at least get the 3 drop and start presenting some damage this way. And then we attack with both, just push the 4 damage. Again, my concern is that I mean, this is gonna level up, right? So this is gonna transform. So this is gonna be a big threat the opponent has to deal with. Seraphine is leveled up now. So it's gonna be really scary when she comes down, duplicating everything. Okay, opponent could also get Ruination here, and that will feel really bad. The Fracture means that our units are gonna get really big. We have Troll Chance to save them against like basic removal, and the opponent has to deal with this big overwhelm. And yeah, I'm scared of the Ruination. There you go. So they did actually got this from the jump solo. I think we entomb and keep this guy alive. Because he's gonna be the way that we win this game. Opponent will need to have another Vengeance or another Ruination to actually kill it, right? But they get Viktor, so Victor's gonna be a big deal. Let's go ahead and do this. That way the opponent at least doesn't get to attack. Our saving grace is that they haven't gotten the bar, and they haven't gotten the Seraphine, right? So that's kind of like a saving grace right now. Again, we knew the troll chants were gonna be useless for a big portion of this game. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm willing to commit a fracture here. I'm willing to commit the fracture here and just start presenting damage. This also levels up a Vladimir if we ever get one. I just have to try to finish this game here. Ooh, he's gonna kill the Frozen Tomb, right? Okay, yep. I just gotta hope that we get Vladimir soon enough, because now we have lost both of our win conditions, and we don't even have Brianna. Even if we get the Brianna either, that doesn't really do much. So let's go like this. We're gonna troll chant. Okay, opponent decided to take that damage. That's interesting. They don't want to put it in. I mean, the Viktor is the win condition now, right? I can't believe we went into the one deck that's still running landmark removal. I guess Naxos decks are also running Fervor, right? So they get to heal 3. We still get to push 1. I just want to keep this guy alive. Now it's also pushing more damage. The problem is this Viktor is going to be really big. Oh. Now I wish I had the fracture and that I didn't use it the way that I did last turn. I think it was still worth it. But maybe that's not true. Maybe the fracture had to wait, right? The fracture always had to wait. We go Vladimir. We go Vladimir right off the bat, and if the opponent has removal for Vladimir, then they have it. I'm not gonna like play around it. Like they need to have another Vengeance or have a second Ruination. We have a second Troll Chant to potentially save it. An opponent really used their Piercing Darkness last turn. They have 2 cards here that they're showing. Get excited, get excited. Wait. What? Wait, what? You know what? If you have the Ruination, you have it. They have a card here that they haven't shown us. I think it's more important for us to get the value from the Curator now. If they have it, they have it. That's not the card that they presented first. They're presenting 2 cards once again. So you're gonna actually let me do this. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised because this is lethal. If the opponent tries to kill one of these units and we can save it with Troll Chant, this is literally gonna be lethal. It also means that they're also dying to the Bone Scryer. Alright. We say fine. We kill the Viktor. We push them down to 1. And now we just need a way to enable the Bone Scryer. And we should be okay. Second Viktor. I think I want to keep my unit. I want to keep my unit back until I see what I can play with it. Because there's a lot of things, there's a lot of cards that we can play with the Bloodletter after the fact that could get us there. Fracture wins us the game. Wow, we actually got there? I couldn't believe that. Again, it helped out that the opponent didn't get Seraphine or the Bard. Otherwise, we had just lost that. But man, the double aftershock was a little bit annoying. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Ashe LeBlanc. The freezes are really problematic for us. I think we always have mulligan for Scargrounds. We're so lucky. We're so lucky. We never get Scargrounds. Ah, that's okay. Spirits Unleash, right? That's the new tech. That's what we're trying out this deck. So at least we got one card that's useful. At least we got one card that's useful. Because we can Curator, Spirit Unleash, if anything. Ooh. I mean, the freezes are not bad. The freezes are not bad. It's a little bit unfortunate. Fracture means that we can actually kill that Glory Seeker. So that's pretty nice. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now so that we can do the Spirits Unleash to kill LeBlanc next time, if anything. I'm gonna attack. If the opponent wants to take that attack, that's okay. So let's see what we do here. I kinda like that Spirits Unleash idea. Especially now that the opponent just tapped out of a way of saving her. Now everything that we have is going to be stronger.
I'll show you how it's done.
Sure. Ha, he got the Buddha Steel? That's okay. I'm okay baiting this Buddha Steel out this early. Slash for later. We can Bone Squat, we can do Curator. And now this has 4 attacks, just a little bit better. And then we can Disciple and set up for the Awakener. Or is it the Bone Squire instead of the Disciple? He's gonna try to kill this, right? So it's gonna have to be the Shatter or something similar. If it's not, I'm passing. Okay, that's fine. We take 7, otherwise the opponent lasts the Bellows Breath. They have to do it. They have to open. Oh, they have to open. This is such a big punish if they don't open. The
best lies are beautiful.
That's game, right? That's game winning. That's a game. That's literally a game winning Bellows Breath. Wow. I can't believe they actually didn't open. Wow. Oh, wow. That feels so bad for them. GG's. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. We had a lot of fun with Scargrounds. Except that we actually didn't even win with Scargrounds that often. There was only one game. It was, I guess, technically 2 games where you can say that Scargrounds puts in a lot of work, right? Where we played against Darkness, and one of the 2 games versus the Viktor Seraphine. But every other game was like, where is my Scargrounds? Where is my Scargrounds? But it still ended up working out, and it kind of shows what I was talking about, that this deck feels good, even in the times that you don't get Scargrounds. Because you end up being able to put a lot of pressure, and you have a lot of like random AoE and a lot of random chip damage that you do, that all of a sudden the opponent's going to be really low in health, and then you can just burn them off and finish the game, right? So just kind of keep that in mind, especially in the Ekko Jinx game. I think that was kind of nuts how long I was able to hold on for, and then be able to actually finish up the game. In terms of mulligan, it's pretty easy. I still think we have to hard mulligan for Scargrounds. So I understand that, yeah, you know, we have a lot of like, we do have a lot of good units, but I still think you always want to hard mulligan for Scargrounds, because the games where you have Scargrounds are a lot easier than when you actually don't have the Scargrounds. Now, you did see us in the Darkness game that we did try to keep an early blocker, and that's completely fine. But for the most part, you want to just hard mulligan for Scargrounds and go from there. Obviously, if you're going against aggro and you see your Ashe in your hand or your Fracture, maybe you keep it because that way you're able to actually get rid of their units. But otherwise, you want to just go for Scargrounds and then try to win the game from there. So, but anyways, enough about that. Hope you enjoyed today's showcase of Scargrounds, and if you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund, where we stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.